Hello and welcome to an album a day, day 387. You guys, I'm so excited for multiple reasons. I'm going to tell you why. First of all, it is raining, which we have not had any rain in a while, and I just love the sound of rain, love the smell of rain. We have rain, today is Sunday, and we have rain all the way through a week from Tuesday, except for next Sunday, but we get a cloud. So not bad. So it's going to be interesting here. I'm glad I'm not moving this week. But that's not the only reason I'm excited. So today I'm covering a band very near and dear to my heart. Very good friends in this band. But I found out something really cool. This album is an album that was released way later. We'll talk about that in a second. It is also on Discogs in two versions. One I didn't even realize existed. Anyway, today we're talking about my good friends in the band Salem Spade. Love this album cover. I recently covered the band Havoc on my podcast, the Cast podcast, going back to our late 80s, early 90s time in Colorado Springs. We had a really cool underground scene, very interesting bands, really cool people, incredible music was created at that time. And I'm going to be slowly going over these bands on the Cast podcast, and yes, I will be covering Salem Spade. But this actually came out in, so according to this, it's got a production date of 2008, but on Discogs, it's 2007. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. I barely remember what I did last week. I probably did a podcast. But this is a great collection of stuff. It's got a lot of stuff on it, and we're going to get to that in a second. But first, I'm just so excited because it's also available in vinyl. And there is one copy that is available in America. And by the time this uploads, I will own it because I'm just going to buy it. How do I not? So first we get the book. And this is not, again, this is something that was taken from, I think they didn't have original masters for everything. So not everything got remastered from the original multi-track tapes. I think some of it did. I honestly don't remember. But we get lyrics, which is great. Especially for an underground band, you wouldn't expect you'd be getting this much. More lyrics. Love that Salem Spade logo in the back. Can't remember who designed that. I'll have to ask. But I've always liked it. You can get a better view of it right there. Anyway, we get liner notes. We get a picture of the band. On the back, we get a picture of the band. A little autograph to me from my buddy. But here's who's in the band listed on this, and then we'll talk about the songs. John Seacrest on vocals, Pat Sternquist on guitar, Kevin Emerson on guitar, Travis Leroy on bass, and I always say that. I've been saying that for so many years now. It's just like an automatic reflex. And then Scott Davies on drums. All really, really cool people. We'll look at the CD here, which actually the CD production looks really, really nice. Their first demo was Witch Hunt 1991, and this is the Witch Hunt, I guess it would be considered an album. A compilation, I think, would probably be the better way to do it. But that's really cool. This was released on Legacy Records. So Legacy Records was really a big fan of Salem Spade, and they really wanted to do something. So they reached out and said, kind of like what I think about with the podcast and all that, is I really just like people to know this exists. This should be out in the world for people to check out and enjoy, because there's some really amazing skill, great compositions, arrangements, technical playing, a lot of amazing stuff on these songs. And when I think about the underground bands, ones that I was in and ones that I was friends with during this time, there's so much great music that the world just didn't get to hear because we didn't have the pathway to it back then. It was, if you got signed with a record company, was how you got it out there. Otherwise, it was a small underground scene. Maybe some demos got out to a few other places, but we didn't have the internet. We had trade magazines at best. So it was a really big struggle. I was fortunate enough to get on a couple of compilation albums. We'll be talking about those in future episodes. But anyway, so we open up with the Witch Hunt demo. It starts with track 1 is Witch Hunt 1991, Word to the Wise, Castle Walls, Council of the Elders, is it Elder or Elders? I always thought it was Elder, and Children of the Wasteland. Then we move on to their next demo, which is Stage Kill, Pocketbook Beast. Stage Kill is one of my favorite songs. Love Pocketbook Beast. I love all these songs, honestly. There isn't a single one on here that I'm not like, I love every second in the song. So Pocketbook Beast is 7, Dust Till Dawn, Legacy of Hate, and Twisted Mind is track 10. Then we get another version of Castle Walls, another version of Council of the Elder, and then a song called Shadow of Illustrations, which was not on the demos. So part of it was taken from the Witch Hunt 1991 demo. Part of it was taken, which was in 88, which was written and recorded in 88. In 89, the Legacy of Hate demo, and then 1989, the Sleepless demo, which would be Twisted Mind and Castle Walls. And then we get bonus video clip, which is really cool. Lots of great stuff on here. Limited to 1,000 copies. There are only 1,000 out there. But I just looked at for Discogs out of curiosity, and I was surprised to see it there because in my head, this is Salem Spade. These are my buddies' local underground band. But even I'm on Discogs, right? We found that out with our patches. So as I went and looked, it's really interesting because 139 people have the CD, which is great. It has 15 ratings with an average of 3.73 out of 5 stars, which is a little low for me, but it's kind of a specific group. Like, not everybody's going to love this music. It's not like, pop or mainstream rock where it's a little more relatable to a wider audience. This is technical music. It's really intense. Lots comes together. You get jazz fusion, you get rock, you get metal, you get all kinds of stuff in these songs. So it's going to be a slightly more specific audience. Last sold February 5th, 2026. That was just a month ago. So kind of interesting. But 139 people have it, 33 want it, and I didn't see how many CDs were available. I'm curious now because I didn't look. It looks like, there's only 9. Okay, so only 9 CDs are available. Many of them are not available in the United States. There's only 4 that are. So if you want, go to Discogs, look up Salem Spade, and grab one of those 4 CDs before they're gone. Now, album-wise, it's a little bit different. Album-wise, there's 2 different listings. One is the white label and one is just the regular one. As far as the white label, it's listed as 2 people having it. There's 1 rating, 5 stars, of course. 6 people want it, but there's none for sale. That's a bummer. I don't know how many albums they pressed. The CDs were limited to 1,000. I can't imagine how many albums they would have pressed. But you go to the other Steel Legacy Witch Hunt page, which is just the regular vinyl LP. 87 people have it. 47 want it. It has 6 ratings, an average of 4.17 out of 5 stars. So that's pretty good. There are a total of 3 available, and only 1 is available in the United States. The one I am about to buy, because why the fuck wouldn't I? I mean, come on, that would just be silly not to have that in my collection. As a vinyl collector, my friends put out an album. I mean, why wouldn't I have it? It's some of my favorite underground music, some of my favorite music, period. I couldn't tell you how many times I've listened to these songs over the years. So anyway, that is our little episode for today. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll have another one out. Like I said, I've got so much going on, so it's kind of hard to do these. But I had a few minutes after doing my end of month, and I thought, this would be a good time. I'll grab my Salem Spade CD, and then all this stuff happened. So really excited to bring this to you. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain outside. It's really coming down, which is great because I got plenty of food. I've got plenty of work to do, and happy to just stay in the studio. Wondering when to record my podcast today, though, now, because that's a lot to put on my filters to take out. So anyway, I'll figure it out. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.